Good morning, chat. Welcome to the Kenny stream. We are neoforming. There's this neoform list with Glittering Wish. Which placed... I don't know, I don't remember how exactly in Utrecht, but it was in Utrecht, so... It has a lot of weird choices that I don't fully, truly, or entirely get, but... it also has... It also uses Eladamri's Call and Glittering Wish as its consistency tools rather than Preordain and Planar Genesis, which is probably better for using your turn 1 Chancellor of the Tangle mana, which sounds nice. Kept this. We can Glittering Wish for a Neoform for a guaranteed turn 3 attempt at a win. No glasses stream today. Today I'm wearing contact lenses, so no glasses. I have. I'm waiting for my glasses to return to me, I guess, because I've left them at the Oculare place to get my lenses replaced. Opponent discarded Oxovagonas and put a Blazing Root Walla into play, and also 2 hollow ones, so my turn 3 attempt might be a little bit too slow. If that being the case, I guess I need to just see a Neoform on the top of my deck. And just Grace. Oh, yes, no. So that might be a problem. Turn 1, 9 to 11 power. Spooky. And they might even have a follow-up with haste. Macaw. So the issue is that I just simply die, so I can't do anything here. I can summon an Allosaurus Rider, but let's just keep it at Meticulous Archive, Angel's Grace being revealed. Maybe my opponent will be fooled by that. Pact of Negation seems fairly unnecessary against Hollow One. Angel's Grace is mostly useful for letting me Pact and then not kill them, which seems kind of whatever. Well of Summer could help against Thoughtseize, but opponent only revealed red land, so they perhaps could even be playing a mono-red version. Yep. You look like Velma from Scooby-Doo without her glasses. Scooby-Doo Velma. Do I? Is that what I look like? I don't quite see it, bro. But you do you. Alright, so Pact is fairly useless. Angel's Grace is kind of useless as well. So is Veil of Summer. You can just have the basics, I guess, to have more mana. Or Boseiju. The basics to be able to fetch without life lossing. Just seems like it. At which point I might also cut the Angel's Grace for more green cards, because if I'm not going to be Pact of Negationing, does it really matter to have Angel's Grace? It should reduce my whiff odds slightly, but maybe Force of Vigor, but I'm gonna play. Have fewer cards and I should be faster. Alright, this is what we wanted. I'll reveal 2 for no reason. Leyline of the Void. Okay. Fine. Fine, brother. My extensive wish board has been utilized. Leyline of the Void. I mean, that does a little bit, right? Let me think about it, because I did laugh, but I kept the Angel's Graces, so I should be fine. Oh, should I? Cycle Street Wraith, mill over a Vengevine, Hollow One. Holy shit. Where are my glasses? They are at the optician, getting them replaced. My glasses were a tiny bit too weak, and I actually couldn't see my Baldur's Gate equipment tab when I was playing in them. So that's where they are. Can I actually win on this turn if there is a leyline in play? I might actually be unable to. I can get 3 Allosaurus Riders and then evoke Endurance. But if I draw the Oracle, I can no longer win. Because I'm using the Oracle Worldspine Wurm Wincon right now. So I guess Worldspine Wurm gets host by Leyline of the Void to begin with, so I should just pass. Maybe in this spot having a Leyline, a Pact of Negation would be nice. And I guess having an Angel's Grace if I have to pass with Griselbrand in play would be nice as well. Burning Inquiry, let's gain 8. If that is the case. Burning Inquiry again. It's fine. I guess I have a Shoal, I could use it, but only have a very low cost hand right now. If I had Sorin as a Wincon, then it would have been simpler. So there is 1 Shoal in my exile. 1 Shoal in my exile, which means I have 3 Shoals, and I'm going to be at 24, so I can draw 21. Plus I already have a Shoal, which is going to be plus 15. So I should be able to draw my deck pretty comfortably. Can even fetch... Well, I guess I should fetch an island. Or simply play an island. Or simply play this. Call for another rider to block. Well, I mean, I will simply win instead, but your idea is admirable. O kurwa, no co tam, Barczek? If I used Sorin, I couldn't attack first. Which could be slightly awkward. If I was concerned with the fish being too deep in the deck, then I would have first packed to in my deck to be exactly enough cards. So I guess I'll board in Force of Vigor. The Angel's Grace really looks so bad to me. The thought process behind that is a little bit unclear to me because I can see the thought process, but it's just the logic doesn't necessarily add up and it's slightly shaky, I think. Why is it even here to go to 0 cards? So it's playing Angel's Graces so that you can survive your pacts. Sometimes you fizzle with Griselbrand, but you still have Pact of Negation in hand. So that way you can like counter your opponent's plays and then in your upkeep pay white for Angel's Grace and then not lose to your pact and then you can untap, attack, keep going with fresh mana and fresh cards. This deck is also running only a single copy of all of the win-con cards, so you can technically pitch them, but if you pitch them, you can't win anymore on that turn, so then you need Angel's Grace. So it's like a safety net for, but you could also run more copies of the green cards, which are just bad draws, but they pitch to Rider, so, you know. It's got Noxious Revival against a Leyline gamer, and let's run a Boseiju. I don't know. Let's run the second Angel's Grace to have more experience with the card, even if it's a little bit bad. Although cutting all of the Pact of Negation is a little bit rough alongside that strategy because they kind of combo together. This hand is almost cool. But I need to turn 1 cast 1 spell and then turn 2 cast another spell and then turn 3 I go off, which is really, I don't know, it's pretty slow, isn't it? And the plains doesn't let me cast Neoform, so I need to draw a third land, which I guess maybe that's on me for playing a plains, but I mean I have many lands, so we're gonna draw them. I can gain 11 and Angel's Grace if my opponent goes too hard with their hollow ones. And they summon a hollow one both games on turn 1. Like, they will not be able to do it for the third time, right? How is our Lantern matchup for Neoform? It's probably pretty rough. Lantern is full of discard spells and then Piffing Needles just end you. So it doesn't seem like the best matchup. I do like opponent's Hollow One deck. It does have a lot of cards that are active from the graveyard. And that benefit from discarding. Some of the red-black Hollow One decks, they just barely had anything. And this deck is just trying to looting Vengevine Hollow One on turn 1, so there is actually a merit to doing that. This was funny. Opponent discarded my Wurm, Chancellor, and Fetch, and like I didn't really want any of those cards in my hand. Well, except for the Fetch, which I really wanted very much. Now, the awkward part of the Hedge Maze is that if I turn 1 get Neoform, I can't get there until turn 3 either. So I might still play Hedge Maze on turn 1. Have I seen the Twitter thread about people not playing enough Blood Moon to beat Amulet? I have not. If I Hedge Maze, I can maybe find the missing piece and know which filtering spell to cast. So actually, I guess I'll waste my Chancellor mana awkwardly. Land, or are we gonna go for turn 3? No, it's gonna be turn 4. Ah, that sucks. But it's gonna be turn 4 with... Okay. It's gonna be turn non right now. Another inquiry, please. Oh no. Guess I'll gain 2. This is not pretty. Pending inquiry. Deleted my lands and now Upon discussing a haste creature, which is actually a goblin lore. They discarded Burning Inquiry, looting, and they played a Mako. Don't they know you're supposed to play those cards in the other way around? Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess I live, and maybe thanks to Angel's Grace I'll survive. I do need to grow a Gemstone Mine, probably, right? Or I will need to Nourishing Shoal to gain 2. Turn 2 Amulet kills are under 10% of the time. I'm pretty sure. A few weeks ago we tried to, or I guess Yendek tried to formulate a question for ChatGPT that would actually give us an exact estimate on how often does that happen, but I guess there's a little bit too many variables for ChatGPT to understand, but it's around 10%. I need to get Hallowed Fountain, because I need to use Grace to make my creature survive, to make myself survive the Pact, rather, even. And I need my opponent to not do anything too crazy, because if their Mako gets bigger than 7/7, then I'd lose. But yeah, quick mouse, put Amulet, turn 2 win at 10% max. Just that there is some permutations with how much exactly you can do with scape shifts and all of that. Block a 5/5, they trigger 2 Vengevines, I guess I die. I block the 5/5, I die horribly still. -8. GG. So the main advantage of Neoform always feels like being able to win on turn 1 or 2. And you're kind of foregoing that if you cut a Neoform for Glittering Wish. Maybe I'll keep. I have Allosaurus Rider and I have a Surviland. Angel's Grace looking awesome. Gloomlake Verge is a tough one. I guess I will keep up Eladamri's call and call for another Garden of Freyalise. That way, if I draw a land or a green card, I can win. So please play out a frog. They play a swamp though, that's fine. Means no counterspell, so we are going for it. Of course, maybe I'll draw Griselbrand or Thassa's Oracle or Pact of Negation, and then I can't combo. So, second Disciple of Freyalise is actually mattering. No, I do Pazza. So I pass, because that way both a green card and a land work, even though I drop myself to 13 life, which is not enough to draw twice with Griselbrand. Hedge Maze incoming, oh that's true as well. But if we are about to lose the game, then Angel's Grace can help. Chancellor Tangle. I evolve. Cast Force of Negation, bro. Fuck off. Not on my watch. Don't Bowmaster. Thank you. So I fizzle now, but I have Angel's Grace, so I can pay for my pacts. So I can even Summoner's Pact EOT if I want to. So maybe I can summon a Allosaurus Rider now? Doesn't seem relevant. We went through more than a year of creature decks being on top like Rhinos, Yogg, Boros Energy and Red Black Scam. Even right now, the 3 decks behind Breach all care about creature combat. Yeah, you told him. You tell him. So end of turn I'll pact with Summoner's Pacts to thin my deck and to grab my first Autochthon Wurm and then Allosaurus Rider. Do you have any plan if Griselbrand is killed? No, he's not gonna get killed though. Like, you can technically Noxious Revival it back into your deck and summon it again, but like, that's not really something you can, like, that's not real. O kurwa, kontruje mi Angel's Grace'a typ. No nie wiem, czy skontrujesz. O, no co, nie udało się skontrować? Motoback cannot target with counterspell. No. 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 Split second? What? Why can't I counter a spell when I have counter spell? Somehow I drawn nothing. Ghalta is in my hand, so I can't even summon it. My sideboard is useless, has no cards. The issue is that my opponent will counter my Neoform on the Rider, which maybe is fine because then they spend a card countering, so they go to 3 cards and they can only hit me for 5. They draw, they discard 4, they hit me for 5. I got 1. So that's actually probably better. I guess Neoform doesn't even work, has to be Eldritch Evolution, but doesn't matter. They will counter that anyways. But that's also fine, I guess I'm forced to do that. Not countering? Could also pact and put another rider into play to have 4 mana to pay for the pact rider in play. Okay. Well, then just Chancellor and pass. That's 13 power as well. Endurance to block. No, Chancellor to block. Point 40, you still had split second, chat. They're about to learn. I mean, it's tricky, right? Like, this is on the top of the card and then Vigilance Reach is hidden at the bottom. Typically, Reach would be at the top of the card to be the first thing that stands out when you play the card, but I think they have a soft rule in templating cards in that They put the effects that are supposed to matter first on the top of the card. So this triggered ability happens literally at the start of the game, so you can't really... It can't really happen any sooner than start of the game, right? O kurwa, Shouldered, ja pierdolę. This is a... What deck is this? Hi, I would like to build Storm/Amulet. Would you wait for the bans? Well, they happen in a week, so I guess. Or if it's gonna bring you joy, just build them immediately. I don't know. It's up to you. It's your call. So I can't draw with Griselbrand, or at least I should not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get a 4-drop with Chord. Okay. Can't really evolve into anything. This costs 11. This costs 15. Weird attack. Probably doesn't actually matter because they just die, so they attack. Fine. This is the least Neoform game of all time, chat. Sure. Damn. I think my opponent doesn't have Bowmaster in hand, but they very well could have it in their deck. Am I supposed to bring in Orim's Chant as another way to beat counter spells? Probably not. I will probably reduce the amount of Eladamri's Call. Trim 1 Chancellor, but I still want to cast Glittering Wish on turn 1. Guttural Response stays in my sideboard to be wished for, chat, with Glittering Wish. Let's cut another Chancellor for the Orim's Chant. They do play Shouldered though, that's actually really rough. To get a Shouldered into play, I kind of need to. I can't combo. Glittering Wish. Just read it. Wow, the counter? Awesome. That's like getting a Guttural Response, but for 0 mana. Have I ever had an actual Guttural Response to someone countering my spell? I don't really know what that means. Actually, so... I'll get a Guttural Response right now, once again, and then... Seems like my opponent just counters the wishes. Mystical Dispute, okay. So they work, they just draw counters out of my opponent's hand. It's like an audible grant. I don't really grant much. Harbinger? That's an issue. No i co teraz? Dupa. Well, maybe we can make it less dupa and we can play 4-4. Bro, how can you say Amulet is too strong when Harbinger of Disease exists? This is just baffling. Chuj, dobra. Ole na Allosaurus. Napierdolę ci nim. Tam jajo, that's rough. +1/+1 for my Allosaurus. Yep, kurwa. 5 damage. We are actually an elf tribal deck. There was a time when the win con for the Neoform deck involved playing a Mox Amber into a Springleaf Jam, tapping your Griselbrand for green, playing a Heritage Druid, making 3 mana with your 2 Allosaurus Riders and Heritage Druid, using that 3 mana to cast Frasta, and using the last green mana to cast something Drought. What's Drought? Some kind of a combat trick that gave you your creature +X/+X, where the X is the amount of life you gained. Drought, yeah. Fortifying Drought. That was pretty funny. That was a pretty funny way to actually win from that spot, involving many steps. I do have a Pact app, that's true. Well, too bad I pitched my evolution to cast a Rider, but such is life, sometimes you pitch. I don't think I win by countering Bowmasters this game. As much as it's hard to win if I don't. I think I just want to draw an evolution and then I can use Angel's Grace to survive Bowmasters. Imagine being such a... Imagine being a person who thinks that Blood Moon is too slow against Amulet, bro. I just can't. Good morning, Inazumi. But yeah, I just can't. I just can't. It's just so unrelatable. You can pay 5 mana for the Shoal. X equals 3. Alright, villain down to 4. We are solidly ahead in the race. Chad, they have Echo of Eons in their deck. Alongside Bowmasters is a so-called combo. Also alongside Tamiyo. Which explains Shouldered Bowmasters, all of that. I mean, I guess Bowmasters don't need much explaining. Shouldered probably requires a little bit of explaining. But now on the play. Should I board differently? We play Harbinger, so I guess I will bring a planes. How do we get rid of Harbinger? We don't. Okay, Noxious Revival. Then let's fucking go. Both Griselbrand and Ghalta in hand, so I can't ever keep this. And the hand is also barred on top of that, so that's lucky. This one though, it's kinda broken. Except for being giga slow. Turn 2, wish for call. Turn 3, call. Turn 4, Neoform. Oh, how did we get rid of Harbinger? It Chant blocked my Allosaurus, I guess. We don't generally, but this time we did. And I guess to respect Harbinger, I could fetch Forest over a Surveillant. Also, if I draw a dinosaur, I can just try to win. Angel's Grace has been horrible to draw, but I mean, useful in at least one spot, so I guess it's unclear if it's actually good. Hello, Eladamri is calling. Well, I guess that's gonna be relevant next turn, as he's not calling yet. For now, I'm just wishing. A green fetch would be useful. Oh, fetches, lands are colorless, canister. You play Magic for 10,000 years, yet you don't know. Planes, less useful, but they fetch for an island, not a swamp, which means no Harbinger, right? No! One Autochthon Wurm in the sideboard to get the wish not worth. Probably that's never gonna happen. You don't really have spare mana to spend on wishes on your combo turn. Right, does it ever get better for me? I think the answer is no. If I don't combo this turn, I will not combo at all. Against a blue deck that's just building more and more counters with every draw step. Now, if my opponent mystically disputes the Allosaurus Rider, well, he had removal. Do you have any cheap creatures for Chord? Thassa's Oracle is the cheapest. Mystical Dispute, yes. I counter. No kurwa wymyślił, nie? Zajebiście. Idę srać. Seems like a tough matchup. If my opponent has this many counter spells, I can't expect to win too often. With, I'm sure, this hand wins on turn 2. With Pact of Negation backup. And also Angel's Grace backup. Maybe. Not necessarily, I guess. I guess I can fetch Meticulous Archive. Eldrazi Temple. Seems like my Pact of Negation is going to be mostly unnecessary. Well, let's just skip it. As a green card. Is Angel's Grace legit or meme? Seems mostly meme. Mostly it's been barred in my hand. Although I did use it to survive. So maybe I am just being ungrateful. Wow, I whiff a lot today. So I guess Angel's Grace helping me not whiff. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's Giga Flood, 8 lands. Let's go. I guess I don't need to even use Angel's Grace right now because I did not pact for anything, but remember when I lost to Eldrazi's because I botted out all of my Pact of Negations and they hit my Sorin with Kozilek's command? Let's keep at least one Pact against Villain now. I have the Oracle Wincon, which might be... which is fine, like it probably doesn't come up with that, but I also don't really have useful sideboard cards. I'll swap one Pact for one Orange Chant maybe, and I'll submit. I don't really need Bossages or removal. This was their deck. This hand has no evolution and one land only, so let's mulligan. This hand has Eldritch Evolution, Summoner's Pact. Guess I'll keep, even though it's just a turn 3 win. Oh! I thought I was revealing it, I put it on the bottom. Because I mulliganed. Whoops. Still makes sense to keep three lands. But probably should have put back Angel's Case. Alright. Hero was confidently just putting the Chancellor on the bottom of my deck, thinking it was actually something different. I'm curious, what do they name? Like, sure, you can see my deck. Probably the same name as Griselbrand, which leaves me with an out of evolving into a Ghalta, using Angel's Grace to survive and technically winning. But maybe they'll name Neoform or something stupid like that. Seems like they struggle with the choice. Then they better name Allosaurus Rider. Holy shit, that's true, that's the best one. With no Allosaurus Rider, I can't do anything, so that's a good point, and that's a good name. Oh, I name... Oh... Yeah, buddy. Make your choice, please. They named Allosaurus Rider. I'll take the liberty to scoop then. Foundation Breaker to kill the Stone Brain if they just play it on turn 1 and want to pass. Maybe. Maybe I'll have Force of Vigor over a Orim's Chant or Angel's Grace. Maybe like this. Angel's Grace. Just one copy. Killing the Stonebrian might happen if they just play it out on turn 1 with their Soul Land. Oh kurde. I don't even have to pact? This is incredible. Even a Mindbreak trap doesn't stop me. Stonebrian this, bro. Stone brain these nuts. I have one shoal. If I packed for the Wurm, I can draw 14 cards. If I just pitch Ghalta, I can only draw 7. Given that it's turn 1, my opponent is not gonna really do anything. I think I'm just fine pitching Ghalta and playing around the fill rate. I guess that's it, that's my turn. Did I board out Autochthon? I did not, no. Just didn't want to pact. It seems like my opponent agrees with my victory. So let's see if I drew 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would whiff and die. So much whiffing with this version. I mean, it's not really different, so I'm getting unlucky today. Whiffing wise. And I guess it's actually easier to not whiff because Angel's Grace makes me anti-whiff. Once again, my hand has all the tools, but it would be turn 4 kill. Which is just so slow on the draw, isn't it? Like my opponent gets 4 turns. Can I keep that? I don't know. But I mean, let's say yes. Against Orzhov, it might be just fine. Orzhov my ass. That saves me some life. I wonder what a Lantern Mirror looks like. Oh, I've played some Lantern Mirrors. And to this day, I don't really know what they look like. I don't really understand what they are about. Typically, one person got an advantage in mana rocks over the other, but Piffing Needle made it really weird jump at times. The best card was Ancient Grudge, probably. Surveil into a turn to win. I wonder how am I supposed to do that, my friend? What card would you see from your Surveil to claim as a turn to win? She wished for gold, but not for the strength to carry it. The Djinn trolled her. I like the extensive free card Glittering Wish board. It's kind of funny. Ancient Steerings. What's next? Blade of the Blood Chief? And Glaring Flashraker? I guess just the blade is enough, right? Because the brute scale grows to 2020 and attacks me. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Seems like a really tough steerings for my opponent. Expecting a Blade of the Blood Chief in a minute now. Alright, broski. Are you making your choice? Anytime soon. Anytime soon it's coming. Disconnect win was real? Perhaps, but my opponent did not actually disconnect. They are still in the game. They're probably passing the screenshot to all of their friends asking for advice. Hey bro, what would you do? Would you grab Urza's Saga or not? I don't know what to do. Can you help, please? What's my favorite fruit? It's Mango. Probably. Yes, it's Mango. Seems like opponent flooded and they just took Urza's Saga to guarantee hitting the blade in 2 turns. Little did they know they will die. Well, probably they will not die actually. So I grab Allosaurus Rider. As long as it's not bananas. I like bananas as well. Oh, it was unnecessary to look. Boseju on my mine. Cool. I want to pay 2 life. I go to 9, draw 7. In 15 I can still draw 2, that's fine. So I guess I will. Do I enjoy adding mango to my beans curries? It's very nice. I never did that. You just slice a mango and combine it with beans and meat. That sounds crazy. And probably very nice. Hit a shawl. And a second shawl even. Damn. I guess I was only 50% to hit the last shawl. No, this was not the last shawl. Still had 2, so I guess I was hugely favored to hit the shawl. Is my deck 1 shawl right now? That's the only card in it? That's crazy. Canister wins. The biggest horror and terror that a Nourishing Shoal Griselbrand player has to go through is when they have to pitch 2 shawls for their Allosaurus Rider. That's just feels incredibly rough. Let's go down to 1 pact and let's I don't know, Force of Vigor? Did not die on the draw. The Bossagers seem maybe useful in the matchup because villain will likely bring some funky hate pieces. Alright, submit. Cut 1 grace because not needed. Here we have an Allosaurus Rider, a single land. Small gun. If I could really quickly pact for another Chancellor, this end would be quite good, but as is, it's just a keep and turn 3 attempt. It's better with Oracle than Sorin. Not really. I net decked a deck list that one particular player has been playing lately. Raging Tilt Monster on mtggoldfish.com and mtgo.com. And they top 8 the challenge. So it's my later yesterday with this list. I've only swapped 2 most offensive cards to me, which I didn't understand at all. And this gamer is playing like Angel's Grace plus Worldspine Wurm plus Chord of Calling plus Thassa Oracle to win plus Endurance, which I also get. I guess I also play Endurance just to make sure. I played Endurance yesterday. And like normally you'd play the green card so that you can pitch them to your Allosaurus Rider, but if you play single copy of each, you actually can't pitch them. If you draw it, it's unpitchable because it is going to make your win con impossible to perform, execute, because you will not have a chord in your deck as you're comboing, right? So instead they also had Angel's Grace, which you can just pass a turn with, but it's a bit weird. What were the cards? I had a sideboard Griselbrand for a plains and an island. I think the basics in the sideboard are actually useful because they actually help against. Wow. Interesting to choose Crawling Barrens. Could also play Lair of the Hydra, but I guess this just requires only colorless. And the Cyborg Griselbrand, just I did not understand the point at all whatsoever. I did not get it. Charlie stage 1, thank you for the raid. Orim's Chant may be good, then an attack, or they will just pump Ballista. Sounds bad. Like, you can stop them from casting their blade in the first place. Doesn't work against Urza's Saga, though. Getting the blade, if that's how it's showing up, so... Not really a fan of utilizing the blade. Drew 3 shawls. Seems like I can simply pitch 2 Autochthon Wurms and already have enough life to draw my deck. Question becomes, do I have enough creatures to summon the Oracle then? I have 2 riders. I have sacrificed 1 and pitched 1 to Shoal. No, pitched 1 to Rider. Sacrificed 1, so there's 2 riders only, so 3. So I guess I can't win this turn, right? No, I can because I can just reshuffle the rider. That's fine. So let's get Ghalta, exile Ghalta, draw, 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 and draw. Summon Rider pitching 2 Irrelevance. Summon Rider pitching 2 Irrelevance. Shoal, gain 7. Now I'll Endurance pitching an Irrelevant. Target self. Dice, shuffles. Draw. Draw. Now I have my deck in my hand. So, now I play an Allosaurus Rider. Number 3. Right? And I pitch some more shawls. Get some 7s. 7 life points out of there. Keep the Worldspine Wurm. And now you have to win and clean up, chat. So I draw, draw, draw. Rather gain, gain, gain. So I'm at 30 life. And I have 31 cards in hand. Seems good. Now, I'm going to have 3, 4, 5, Chord for free. Yeah, that's good. So I keep Endurance, Pact, Endurance, Pact, Endurance, Pact, Chord. Is anything else important to keep? I don't think so. So it's gonna be Endurance, Chord, Pact, Pact again, and Noxious Revival. That's 6, so I can keep another green card. So let's keep the highest cost green card in my hand left, which is the Eldritch Evolution. Now I move to cleanup and I discard all of those involving all of those, which include Worldspine Wurm and Oracle. Yep. Okay. So at 0 cards in my deck and 30 life, I go to my cleanup. Holy shit, my opponent's going to activate Crawling Barrens. Well, can't pass up on that. I guess we can keep Angel's Grace over a Eldritch Evolution, maybe. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. So I discard. Whoa. That was a weird animation. And now with the Worldspine Wurm trigger on the stack, I summon Endurance. When I played Neoform the last time, my win con was just passing the turn with 4 Pact of Negations and Angel's Grace with a bunch of power in play. How did you have the... Did you play Mox, Amber and Springly Drum to actually keep up an Angel's Grace during your opponent's turn? At that point you might as well play Mox Sorin. Well, that's one fewer card. Well, it makes some sense to play like this. But you kinda need to have the white up during your opponent's turn not to die. Feels like. No, just pacting everything and then gracing upkeep. Well, so that leaves you dead if your Griselbrand doesn't beat their board and they just can kill you, right? Let's say they have creatures and they attack you. Which maybe that's fine, but that is a sacrifice. A tiny bit of a sacrifice. Yeah, Griselbrand plus your riders, I guess. Need to put evoke, then shuffle. Now I shuffle. Now I Chord of Calling. Did you ever get punished for your win con, Ruler Boren? I have 28 cards in my 27 cards in my deck, so I guess I can almost draw my deck. You wonder who came up with that cleanup nonsense? Probably Azax. Since Azax seemingly came up with most of the Neoform win cons. Can dish a Wurm now. I can revival this to the top of my deck. Draw. Duro. Now I have an empty deck, so Oracle wins. Couldn't you just Noxious Revival the Oracle in Chord then? Sure. That would be fine as well. That would actually work as well. Good point. So 2/2. Did I 3/1?